My name is Coach Ware. Today we're going to do a game or an activity called Quick Cuts. It's a soccer dribbling activity. Now, what you can use today is if you have a soccer ball, that's going to be perfect. The smaller the ball, the easier it is to use. If you don't have a soccer ball, you can use another ball that's not as hard as long as it's round and it's not like a baseball. Baseball would be too hard for this activity. One thing I did that I tried to use was I just took a bunch of socks, rolled them up, put one sock over it, and I was using this as a ball. Anything that you can ask your parents if you don't have a ball and try to come up with something to use. Like I said, a bunch of socks made a ball. It's not as good as a soccer ball, but it worked pretty good and it was a little harder, so it was kind of fun. Now another thing is I did not have cones. All my cones, all my equipment is at the gym. So what I had to use was water bottles. They look just like cones. You can ask your parents if you have cones, use them. If you don't, think of something you may have. You may have water bottles, you may have something else that you can use, but make sure you ask your parents. Now, to do this today, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate it. Okay, so if you've never dribbled a soccer ball before, or even if you have but not regularly, a couple of key points: use the inside of your foot. You just barely want to touch the ball. You do not want to hit the ball hard. You don't want to kick it with your toes. You're just touching it. You can touch it with the inside or the outside of your feet. You can also use the bottom of your foot to stop the ball, but you don't want to put the weight on your foot because that would cause you to fall. So you just put a little weight, just enough to stop it. Now, I just move the ball just like this, and this is what you want to do to start with. Okay, this is my course setup. These are the cones. They're about three steps away from each other. You can put them how far you want to. What you're going to do is I'm going to go in between the cones. I'm going to go all the way around, turn around, and come back. When I come back, I'm going to stop it. I put 5 cones out, so it'll end up going through 10. Now when I'm ready to go, I'm going to press start. On your marks, get set, go. You go in and out. Stop. I got 15 seconds, 15.93. Okay, that was with the sock, and it was harder to use, but at the same time I could do it, and it's quite fun if you don't have anything else. Now, on the instructions it says to have 9 cones. I put 5 out, but since I'm going front and back, that's one more, 10 basically. But if you want to use maybe 3, if you want to use more, such as 12, 13, that's fine if you have the space for it. I didn't want to go downhill, didn't have a lot of space, that's why I put 5. Okay, the final thing you need to do is to turn this in, you just need to put your time. So let's say you finished in 15 seconds, you would just put 15 seconds. If it's like 15.03, put 15.03. That's so I know you did it. You don't have to put every time you do, but put your best time. You can do this as many times as you want and do your very best. Thank you.